The other day, I went to this Nigerian Democratic meeting, and the Nigerian Minister of Education was speaking there. He asked the audience this question, and I believe this applies to all African countries. He asked, why do we, with so many graduates, not seem to move forward? Issues are normal, Carl. Everyone faces them, but some people, they face them, they bounce back. Some people face them and they never really get back. That's why I see so many of our brothers and sisters in jail, not really doing much of their life, or in the worst case scenario, dead. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than having another man tell you that for the next 2 years, your life is going to be restricted.
I think what stood out for me the most was the stories that different speakers were coming with.
All the speeches stood out for me. I found them really inspiring.
Seeing the young people turning their lives around.
Saying it's probably just the stories, the experience, and how they overcame their difficulties, and how much people have done business-wise.
I was inspired myself quite a lot actually, so it motivated me even more. And I'm meant to come here to give a motivational speech, but it motivated me even more.
I think the most outstanding thing about this event is the passion with which the young people, Jide and Chisom, spoke.
Youths my age are doing their thing, and I shouldn't feel that because I'm too young. I should be delaying. I should get out there.
It motivates us young people, because I think we need a lot more things like this that help us, that motivate us, that help us, to succeed in life.
Having also listened to people like Dr. Alakija, his experiences and stuff like that, I am really, really pleased and I'm inspired.
For me, I think would be there's a lot more people than you think that are willing to help. I think that stood out because I came here thinking it was going to probably be like, it's a church thing, saying the same old thing about it's because I'm black or whatnot, but obviously there's a lot more people that are doing things and want to help rather than just do it for yourself. It's teamwork.
So a lot of inspiring stories today, man. Just making sure that our young people know that they're tomorrow's future leaders. Making sure that there's no room for excuses, things like racism and whatever it is.
It's good to listen to other success stories, so you think about it and it gets you thinking and gets you to be motivated to the things you need to do.
Set a dream for yourself and you could make sure you go and achieve it. That's what really stood out for me today, man. The stories were too much, man. The stories were too much, man.
Could have invited more people, maybe more exposure to get more people in.
The time, probably, I was a bit worried about the time.
A recess in the middle, because it was like a lot of people talking, and sometimes you get to drift off, and probably a lot of people got hungry halfway through because it kind of cuts through lunch.
I don't know, maybe a bigger range because it was mostly business people.
I definitely thought that it was very business based. Like there's a lot of people in there, young people that are lawyers. Like I myself, I'm studying to be a lawyer. She's a graduate in law. I felt like we could have had a bit more people, a bit more generalizations about the things that we're talking about that were being spoken of.
Personally, I would prefer if we focused on a certain area. Like for example, many graduates come and leave university, but they don't know what they actually want to do. Maybe that could be a topic, and obviously you can have lecturers, not lecturers, but people that are specified in those areas.
So people didn't ask questions, they only asked now because you finished your speech, they interacted, and people probably would have asked.
Then again, you know what, it's probably better because now they can ask questions individually. So that's probably better, probably works better anyway.
We are growing, we are developing, we are learning, so next time we will do a step further than this. But if you ask me whether we could have done something better, I will say no. This is better, this is unique, this is well organized.
I think a lot of things were covered, but I suppose today it was more talking.
The topics treated and the resource persons from different fields, I think is very good. We have to give them a lot so they can sift through it and take that which applies to them.
Because it's an introductory thing, I don't think it could have gone any other way, to be fair.
They touched on the main point.
The challenges I should have given more focus on is how hard it is, because
It's easy saying, you know, start a business, do this, do that. But some people are not aware of how hard it can be, and I think I should have discussed more about that.
I think because it was made by kids, he's a youth just like the rest of us, and he probably, compared to most of the adults, can relate more to the youth than everyone else. I think the way he chose to do it, as in address what most can relate.
The actual issues going on, that was what was good about it.
Not everyone's coming from the same background, whatever, in it. So like you need to talk to reach out to other people in it. So I think what they done was right.
Because especially when you live around these sort of areas, you go through most of the same things. So I think it was very helpful.
I think because this is just an introductory workshop, that's why it's a bit of everything here and there.
People talked about having started businesses, having overcome and so on. It's breaking these things down and then doing them step by step so people know.
There's a lot of challenges that young people face, and at subsequent events we're going to be focusing on these, you know, web chats. We're going to be doing this through web chats, workshops. And, you know, we're just going to make sure that all the challenges that young people face are touched on from people that have gone through them. So, you know, just www.pehf.co.uk. You know, just go check it out and make sure that you get involved in it.